Hi everyone, this is Dan, and this is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue number 5 from 84. Anyway, yeah, normally I do a produced video for Secret Wars. I've done it for the last 4 videos, but I noticed it honestly doesn't make a big difference, at least in when I'm looking at the views. So what the hell, I'll just go back to the old-fashioned cell phone video. I don't really mind, and in this case, I kind of like it because it's a little more free-form and I can just say what I want to say. But anyhow, the last issue of Secret Wars I wasn't a huge fan of, but this issue is actually pretty good. There's some weak points here and there, but overall I enjoy it, mainly because the X-Men are prominently featured. They're still sort of odd because the X-Men not written by Chris Claremont feel a little off to me, at least in this series. But anyway, we open up and Galactus has brought his Infinity spacecraft, and everyone's kind of shitting their pants down here on this this sort of Beyonder planet that they're all trapped on. And then you have this character that's been introduced. By the way, this is penciled by Bob Layton, and it's odd is what I'll say. There's some good points, and then there's some points where I'm kind of like, what in the... Here's a quick one, like, Sashi or Cat Lady's eyes are kind of weird. But despite this character, and I really don't like this character for many of reasons. I know what Jim Shooter was trying to go for with this character, but I think in the big picture, this character kind of distracted from how cool this entire crossover event was. But this is really cool. Jim Shooter uses this character and a little bit of gypsy magic to kind of do his usual spiel of catching everybody up who hasn't necessarily read the last 4 issues or so. And it's actually pretty decent. It takes him 2 pages, which is a little bit long. If you think about how much real estate he had to use just to recap all these events. And I think you could probably cut short on this because some of this is like, here's the gist, and then the rest of it is go read the issues for all that action, right? And then you get probably my least favorite part about Secret Wars, which is Colossus's weird love doubts, I guess you could say. It always felt kind of forced, and I'm not really sure necessarily if Jim Shooter and Claremont agreed on what was going to happen here. But this is kind of weird. Other than that, the rest of the X-Men are a little more X-Men-like in this book, and I kind of like it. It's still really weird for them to be working with Magneto, though to be fair, Chris Claremont kind of works it into his regular storyline in the coming years, so all's well that ends well, but everyone's starting to work a lot better. I like this panel right here, where you got Wolverine being his usual rebellious self, Storm being like, hey, I'm the leader, and then Cyclops being like, that's right, but I'd also like to be the leader too. And then Xavier, who's gotten his ability to walk back, kind of be like, no, I'm the leader now. I don't know if anybody remembers like the Aristocrat cats. I'm the leader now. Anyhow, we go to the other, maybe not nearly as bad in previous issues, but the other part that I'm not too fond of, which is Molecule Man. Though this scene right here is actually kind of decent. The way Jim Shooter writes it, Molecule Man is less annoying and more like, oh yeah, he actually is a threat. That's right. I still don't really like his design all that much. It's kind of weird and annoying, but the writing here is actually pretty decent. And you kind of, this character is actually pretty decent. But what is it, Volcana? This character, Titania, is really annoying and basically like, can you get like a less intelligent She-Hulk, without any of the swagger or sexiness? There you go. Really, like these 2 female characters, they're okay. I've kind of warmed up to them as I've reread this series again, but again, not a fan of Titania, not really interested in this character, though this whole scene right here with Molecule Man is pretty decent. This scene right here is really, this is why I kind of put this issue above the previous issue, and that is when Jim Shooter was in the series writing Doctor Doom, Secret Wars really shined, and I really liked the way he approached Doctor Doom in this series. And these 2 panels are a perfect way right here. Here you got the Enchantress being the Enchantress, trying to seduce Victor Von Doom, and he's kind of like, be gone, thought. Go back to the battlefield where I've ordered you. I shall be merciful for you. I like the way Doctor Doom is in this series. Anyhow, our heroes, the Fantastic Four and the Avengers, try to convince Galactus not to nuke them. They fail because Magneto and Xavier are playing like 4D chess in the background. Big fight occurs between one of Galactus's goons and then later Doctor Doom's baddies. And all hope seems to be lost until the X-Men arrive finally and kick the crap out of the baddies before bouncing. There's a real weird scene where they kind of leave Colossus behind. It's kind of odd, even though it's explained in the dialogue. It still feels a little odd in retrospect of who the X-Men are. So Shooter explains it well enough. I just still found this very forced, and then this is kind of what leads to the subplot with Colossus and the Healer later on, which annoys the hell out of me. But other than that, really cool action and fight scene. Really liked it a lot. Thought Bob Layton kind of saved himself here, at least in terms of his art. His figures are still kind of a little bit odd for me, but overall still good stuff. The last page right here with basically the turnaround, which was Doom infiltrating Galactus' spacecraft, is fantastic. Really enjoyed this. Needless to say, for the coming issues, it's going to be heavily about Doctor Doom, and it's kind of what saves it, along with a few other plots in Secret Wars, and kind of closes this series out and makes it a lot better. This isn't a perfect issue by any means, but compared to the previous issue, I like this a lot more. It was a lot more fun. Healer cat lady notwithstanding. Anyhow, let's get to the art right here. Whoop, 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 whoop. So this one is kind of odd. And put some comments down in the chat if you think I'm improving. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm improving, but I'm not 100% sure if I am. So, again, this is just a quick sequential run. This is Enchantress and Doctor Doom. So this is almost like a different perspective of the scene that I was just talking about right there. I feel like I could have done Doctor Doom's face better, but at least I got his body on model. Good God. This actually... believe it or not, this took more time trying to make sure I got Doctor Doom on model than any of the other stuff in here. Surprisingly enough, I got this done in about an hour, which is not too bad. If I was going to finish this, I would put more background right here. Like this right angle trapezoidal panel, like you need background if you're going to do that much or that big of a panel. I just kind of left room open for like bubbles, right? So this could be like either a dialogue or a thought. This could be both two dialogue bubbles, and then this would be like a dialogue bubble right here. I might actually have Doom maybe do a thought bubble, just looking at. And I have kind of like some computer hardware and stuff. I kind of dig Doctor Doom, man, especially in Secret Wars. He's like a lot better in this series than in others. Did I make him kind of small? Yeah, on second thought, he should be bigger. He should be more masculine, like I would make his chest and his head bigger. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, he's Doctor Doom, man. He's got to be kind of badass. I think I was distracted. Was I distracted? Yeah, I was distracted. But yeah, no, leave a comment if you think this is getting better. Originally, when I looked at my concept sketch for how I was going to do this, I had like a worm's eye view at the end. And then, good thing I didn't do that. That would have sucked. That pretty much stayed the same. But then I realized the last thing I did had a worm's eye view, and then people would be kind of like, dude, are you like that unimaginative that you can't do any more shots other than worm's eye? So I changed it, and then I went to like a 2-panel face close-up instead. Honestly, like his perspective right here, well, it is if he's standing. He's sitting right now. Well, I guess I could say he stands up. Close enough. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below if people think I'm improving. I'm not really sure. I think there's definitely a lot of work left to get better here, but it's looking prettier at least. Anyhow, that's the video. I will probably be going over Ninja Turtles next. Actually, no, I'll be going over this thing next. This is Richard C. Meyer's next book. I will say this, better than the last book that I got from your boy Zach. So you know, some improvements right there. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell for notifications. You got any comments about Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue number 5 or this art that I did? Leave it down below, and I will see you next time.